All right, so we're going to start off with making a horizon line across our paper. And we want this to be as parallel and perpendicular to our picture plane as possible, which means it's going to be parallel to the top and bottom, perpendicular to the sides. So I'm going to line my ruler up kind of just right along this line here, somewhat in the middle of our paper. So I'm just going to make a line going across. And you do want to draw like lighter, just in case we will be erasing parts of this. So we're going to draw something above, on, and then below our horizon line. So with 2-point perspectives, we have 2 points. So we're going to have our points be about a finger away from the edge of our paper. 1, 2. All right, so we're going to start with above the horizon line. We're just going to make a 2-inch vertical line. And then this vertical line is going to have kind of like, pretend there's a dot on the top and bottom of this line. Both of those are going to go back to the vanishing point. So I'm going to line up my ruler on the bottom to this vanishing point. I'm going to draw a light line going back to the vanishing point. I'm going to line up my top. A light line back to the vanishing point. Do the same thing going to this one. From there, we're going to define our sides of our cube. So all we need to do that is take our ruler, keeping it parallel to our first line, which means if I were to draw a line here with my ruler, it would continue going on forever without crossing over. So I want to make sure that I don't have it like on a slant or anything like that to then cross over each other. So I usually line my ruler up along that line, and then I will push my ruler, trying to keep it nice and parallel and paying attention to like the thickness. And then just draw a line just from that top to the bottom line. And we'll do the same thing on this side. Okay. Then from there, we can erase all of our extra converging lines that are going back. This is why you want to draw lightly, so that way we don't have any harsh lines staying on our paper. So from this point of view, we do kind of have like this open space here. So we have to define like the bottom of our cube that we're going to be able to see here. So what we're going to do is we're going to follow opposite vanishing points. So this corner is going to go to this vanishing point. I'm going to line my ruler up from that corner to that vanishing point. And then for this, I don't have to draw all the way back to the vanishing point, but I think it's a good idea to kind of just draw at least until like maybe midway through your total cube. And then, like I said, opposite, so this corner is going to go to this vanishing point. And then for this one, we only have to draw until we hit the line that we just drew, because that defines that like back corner of that cube. And then you can erase whatever extra you've drawn. Okay, so this is like the back or the bottom. Okay, so this is kind of showing, this is our horizon line. We stand obviously below the horizon line so we can see the bottom of whatever floating cube this is. So we're going to draw one that's on the horizon line now. So I'm going to draw a line going through my horizon line, 2 inches again. And then we're going to do that same thing. Top and bottom are going to go back to our vanishing points. And if you know kind of like what size you're wanting to make your cube, you don't really have to draw your line going all the way back to the vanishing point. But you do want to make sure that if you're not going to draw it all the way back, you're not just like randomly lining up your ruler. You want to make sure that no matter what, it is lining up to the vanishing point you are supposed to be lining up to. Okay. So once again, I'm going to define my sides like I did there. Line my ruler up, make sure my sides are parallel to my first line. So after that, we can erase our extra converging lines. As well as our horizon line that's going through our cube here. Okay, so if we were like a little person right here, we could see 2 sides of a building. All right, so our last one we're going to draw is going to be below our horizon line. So we're just going to draw another 2-inch line, making sure it's parallel to like the sides of our paper. And then once again, same thing. Line your ruler up to each vanishing point, top and bottom of the line. And then you don't have to draw going all the way back, just make sure that it's still lined up to your vanishing point. Line your sides. Okay, so now we need to define this top part of the cube here again. So again, it follows opposite vanishing point. Okay, so this point of view right here would be if we were kind of like above the horizon line, which is called bird's eye view. So if we were like a bird looking down, this is what a cube would look like. This is the top and then the sides.